Good morning. Ooh, that's quite some... Morning Twitch always seems to be a little slow on my phone. Anyway, let's talk while I try to get this set up. Good morning, it's awesome. Good morning, Red Princess. I never thought of streaming a bike ride, but I really have nowhere to ride, like right here. Where are you going? Or are you going around your neighborhood? Cool. I did not hit that. Scared of the exercise? Or of the area? I know I was scared of the exercise when I went to Los Maples, and they're like, let's do the medium course. And I'm like, that's quite a few miles. Nice. Yeah. I don't think I want to exercise that much. Probably should, though. I'm having some issues with both Twitch itself, and so I don't know how fast we'll be chatting. Oh no, actually that was almost instant. Oh, that's nice. So it's exercise for like 15 miles, and then it's like a nice break in ride. Okay. Welcome everybody, including Yuzu. We are on a Fortnite and chill morning, which is usually a guaranteed 30-minute screw around session of me doing dailies and then maybe some missions. It normally lasts for like an hour because I could just play this game and lose track of time. Meant to get on a little earlier, but then my largest cat was like, feed me. Actually, I meant to sleep in, but then she was like, feed me. Currently crawled into bed next to me is my son, who went back to sleep. I would be angry if he knew I was talking about him. I can do... Oh, I gotta do 3 things in solos. Okay. Well... Doom Henchman Elimination is going to place me right in the middle of a bunch of people. So, let's hit the Stark bots and see if I can hit the 75 people at the same time. Starbucks could also be done Team Oil, but this is fine. I know we had a lot of talking the last few times. I always get distracted, so I'll try to keep on one idea. I think I was in the middle of talking about my self-promotion of what little writing I've done. Currently writing a book, a novel. Well, I'm currently editing a novel. I took a break when I had all those morning shifts because I was tired and I prefer to edit in the morning. I think we went over Unsuspected after I had written, self-edited, and self-published Unsuspected. I went on to... Oh god, that's loud in my ears. I went on to gather a whole bunch of shorts I had written over the years, and came up with what I ended up calling Dead Ends 1. Or Dead Ends. I should say it's not called Dead Ends 1, because I did other sequels. And basically they were just supposed to be, things I made. Oh god, I haven't had that good in a while. Why did I go this way? I think it's Starbucks. I need to find Starbucks. I have to go deal with these people. There's people everywhere. I don't think I'm going to last very long this round. I dropped in the wrong place. No, fucking come back. Dead Ends 1 was very... Well, probably... the whole Dead Ends series was one of my favorite things just to make and produce. I love horror. And it was all mostly horror thriller. In the 3 collections they got together, most of them short stories, but at least one novella per collection, plus the last collection was all novellas. They're all horror. They're all fun. There's no chests. Okay. That was interesting. And I tried to just like, since I was self-publishing and I didn't have to worry about publishers, I kind of just let myself go lawless and write about whatever. I think some of my favorite publications from there is Mind the 13th Floor, which starts out and sounds like it's about a guy who gets stuck in a haunted hotel floor during a... Oh, there's nothing in here. During a corporate party that he works for and is hosting. Kind of a busy area. Oh, it's because I just dropped, isn't it? I don't know if there'll be anybody over. Oh, I'm at Caddy Corner. Fun. I don't know if I'll be able to get to these bots before everybody kills them. But everybody's busy with each other right now. other favorites in there, simple ones, tall trees, which actually most of the ones I really like have to do with creepypastas. Tall trees is about kids who go into the woods to try and disprove or prove Slender Man and end up finding something worse. There was another one called The Hat Man, and it has to do with a guy who finds a new creepypasta on the internet, attempts to disprove it or prove it by practicing it, and then ends up actually confronting the monster / demon. I never actually say what he is, I don't think. Just kind of that he is. Reading over these jets and hunt bots, and I get caught up in fights. Are there any bots left, or are they all dead? They appear to be dead. Oh, you just kill me with a harpoon gun. Really? Okay, let's try this again. At least I got some stuff done. Oh, that 75 last actually is a collection, so I can just do it over and over again. That'll work. Sorry, Stark. I have copyrighted music on. I can't hear it. Noise. Oh, you have a good ride? And I will have fun. Let's see, I guess I could go over every story without giving them too much away that are in my books. I actually had them all in my nook. They're all free if you want to read them, by the way, except maybe in Amazon. I can't guarantee they're free in Kindle. Amazon's a little butt to work with. I don't need to work with their factories. This time... Ooh, bus is different. Is this like an Iron Man bus? Yeah, it's got the arc reactor on it and everything. I just noticed that. Looks kind of cool. Airplane? There are no airplanes? Let's look at that one. Off to the side, but there are none. Let's hope nobody's over here. Let's hope I can find a chest. Hit this. If I hit the cooling towers. Oh god, I'm not gonna make it, am I? Nope, I'm not. Nope, misjudged. Oh, that could be dangerous. That was close. Okay, that's good enough to go 150 bots with. Here to win, I'm just here to hunt. So who cares if I fall from the tree and get a little damage? You guys really suck at aiming. That's the done with that. All of it. See that on our bot. Thank you. Let's see if I can find my actual Nook app on this phone. No. Don't turn on the Xbox app. There we go. Are you having a good Saturday morning? Anyone who happens to be watching this? Or evening, depending on when you watch this? And do you like streaming in the morning? Like especially since there's kind of streamers on. Variance 3 is currently open. So let's see. The original Dead Ends. There it is. The original Dead Ends has a, I had a artist who wanted to make it kind of do his own thing, and I like it. He drew some creepy woods and a road just going down the middle of it. The next two books I got images from a book cover making website that, and some of them are cheap, some of them are expensive. I went for the ones that were like middle of the road, maybe around $100, a little more. It's difficult because those you have to make sure you get a good supplier, and not someone who's just infringing copyrights. So here we go. In Dead End 1, Creeping Death was a what am I here? Crap. Oh well. Oh, I have to do Doom. Am I right about Doom? Oh, that'll be fun. Creeping Death was a story that centered around an entity. A mysterious entity we still don't fully know, but has appeared in multiple short stories, including, I believe, 2 in this collection. And he's appeared in the Anthro novel. I had to halt due to it being a little too close to a brand new TV show that came out. I don't remember what the TV show is called, maybe RGB or something like that. Interesting to see how busy this place is. Let's drive him up here, come get me. I hear the alarm going off. Where's everybody? I don't want to fight Doom, I want to fight his lackeys. I hear walking. I hear hmming. I don't see people. What the freak is going on? Okay, this is outside. Oh, well, not going inside. I do. I hear a Doom. Oh no, that's Doom himself. Not touching you, Mr. Gauntlet Boy. Nice. Are they speaking like Huttonese from Star Wars? Because that's what that sounds like. Is there not an upstairs here? Look. I hear you, but I do not see you. I don't know why they do that if they can just break it down. So one, yes. I wonder what was in this room that was locked down. Chests, maybe? So yeah, that character, the thing in dark robes, the billowing smoke, it doesn't have an official name, is a character that the other henchman didn't die. And I actually got a little jump scared there. I heard her coming, but I didn't see him, so they shot me. But he goes through a fictional town, which will also show up several times in my short stories, named after the place I know. He isn't the head immediately most of the time. He kills either by talking to other people and doing his work, or memorizing them, mesmerizing them into doing it, or by what appears to be accident, even if he's directly related in that accident. The second story in there is an extremely short story. I believe I had a competition place called Bloodletting. Just about a picture of individual point of view. The third story in there is crickets. And yes, it's sort of about what it sounds like. My son needs it was actually inspired. So 4 years ago, and for 8 years before that, I worked for overnight for PetSmart, for a pet store, right? I was a hotel, technically sort of half pet caretaker, half custodian. Most of my work was cleaning everything, and then the other half of the work was making sure the dogs were okay, keeping them company, feeding them, walking them. It was probably my favorite job. If the company had actually paid us our worth, I would have stayed there forever. But I was making so little. I mean, in retail, you never make a lot unless you're top tier. I was making so little, I couldn't afford to live, especially as a single father. So I ended up having to give up to go to my current job. But it still is my favorite job, just because I work with animals. And, you know, working overnight was fun. Anyway, PetSmart in the location I was at was a brand new location. Like, when I went there, it just came over an old cow field, and the store was just open. I was one of the people that opened that store. So, you know, there were things there that still thought, hey, this is supposed to be a cow field. This is supposed to be where nature lives. You know, we decided no. Like, we had ducks that lived outside of the tree, and they decided not to get rid of that tree because those ducks lived there. Those ducks left every once in a while, I guess, for winter or whatever, but for summer, whatever they left, but they come back. A few years later, they stopped coming back, but I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they just got tired of all the humans. There's a duck pond that would be a lot more hospitable to them. Not too far away. Anyway. Moment. That's my PS4. Sorry, PS4 fans, but all hardcore. I didn't know what that noise was out here. Can I please have a Doombot in here? Whatever the heck they are. Anyway, in that location, because of those issues, we had crickets. And not just a few crickets, we had a ton of crickets. They would come calling out the drains. It was gross. I'm not afraid of bugs per se, but I'm not their biggest fan. This sounds like a big area. So I ended up writing crickets, just an ode to that. Because at work I sometimes bring my laptop, so on my breaks I'd have something fun to do. Doom, can you not be here? Thank you for not here. Thank you for not being here, Doom. All the fighting done outside and someone took off in a helicopter. Does it mean I'm alone? I sure hope so. I'm hearing a coin. Can you let me out? Let's see if there's any more Doom people. That's why I'm here. And the story is sort of reminiscent and an ode to an old Stephen King TV show called my brain. How did I just say? Creep Show. And in Creep Show there was a series that dealt with roaches. There's a jump scare for you. Sorry, in this hole. Ooh, nice. That. That. Almost definitely did that. Sounds good. I hear you hopping. I think you're clever. You hear me hopping. Totally distraction. Or, you know, I forgot I was hopping. Any Doombots left? Holy moly. I need to drop here when it's not the center of the gosh darn, Oh, I didn't know that was one of my things. Smaller one, just one cave. Hello, Doom. Bitches. I see you, Mr. A bunch of stuff. Okay, Doom, you can come try and get me. Whatever. Anyway, in Creep Show there was a cave. Okay. What's this? This. Temporarily do that. Get that back. I didn't know that was a challenge. I forgot all about that. That was just pure luck I didn't walk away. I don't really need anything in here. Yeah, whatever. Items. I'm gonna play around with the gauntlets until something kills me. Anyway, after Creek is in the first dead end, there's tall trees, and that's the one I was talking about earlier. Couple kids, four kids go into the woods, trying to debunk Slenderman. Spanish, like, you know, we see it from the, God, sometimes that's okay. I don't know how injured he was, but he and we see it from the point of view of the kid the teenager who's come in to look for his brother. He's concerned because his brother's a young teenager that they're out there doing things they're not supposed to be doing until he finds evidence something went wrong. And that's as much as I want to give you. Read it if you want to. I don't want to, I don't mind spoiling it. I've spoiled it all over my page since it's several years old now. But just in case you want to read it, I won't spoil much for you. After Tall Trees is the Harvest Moon. Now, originally the Harvest Moon was part of a positive word competition. And I got good words for it, but just didn't make it in, or win, I should say. There was like top 3 winners. I wasn't one of the top 3 winners. And so what I did is I went back when I was putting together this. Wait, where's the last one? I was putting together this collection. Nope. That wasn't the last one. Darn it. I missed the last one. There it was. So I was putting together this collection, and I went to make it together. And originally the Harvest Moon was like a werewolf short, 100 words long. Not much to it. I had to make something scary. That short words. The beast wasn't even ever seen in the original. I was like, well, no one's going to want that. But at the same time, I was like, do I want typical werewolf, or do I want something different? And I chose something different. And you'll see if that while a were creature, he isn't your typical werewolf. I hope just as scary, if not worse. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. Oh, okay, he shakes his head because I'm trying to reuse it over again. I was like, why is he shaking his head while he's flying? I do believe I finished all my dailies. We'll go to, oh no, I still have explosions to do, which I can do with this weapon. Explosions are such an annoyance, I may just hit the marble knockout if I don't get them done here. Oh, that worked. Cool if I set someone on fire though. baby. I did not just see that. Everybody do this video. Whoops, storms are coming. After the harvest moon are the hunters. As I've spoken in another video, I adore ghost hunting. The hunters I wrote around the time when Ghost Adventures was really good, before Zach got into all his multiple possessions issue. That's the thing about the power. The power can be OP, but if you've got a good weapon, if you don't have good shields, you're doomed. I aimed at the wrong person. I thought the darn Stark bot was the person. Oh, I'm done. So return to lobby. Anyway, yeah, it's about a couple of kids who enter the. It's back in the same town as Creeping Death, which is called West Creek. It's a fictional city several miles north of San Antonio. And they're in the local abandoned asylum, which is fallen apart and you're not supposed to be able to go in and Where am I at? 40 minutes? Cool. And they go in and it's creepy, things don't go as they're supposed to, you know. It's a horror novel. Horror short. After that is Loot. Loot is one of the weirder ones. It is based off a dream I had as a kid. A reoccurring dream that I had several nights in a row. I don't know why. And what happens in the book basically is what happened in the dream. Each dream sequence, by the end of the dream sequence, up until they give it up part, I don't actually give up. Whatever part that is, I don't actually do that in the dream. But you know, my dream sequences were up to the part where I went, hey, wait, this is a dream. Something's happening. And I tried to wake up people in the dream and tell them I knew what was going on or what was going to happen. After that, the dream never happened again. The story is not exactly like my dream, but it's very, very close. It's probably one of the least horror-related things on this. It's more like science fiction, the way it's happening, and it's never explained. And I don't think I meant in the story for it to be a dream sequence. It's just supposed to be like temporal. But, you know, if you want to, it's weird. If you want to know one of my weirder dreams I've ever had, I used to have very vibrant weird dreams. They still have once in a while, but usually I have to be on allergy medication for what's going to happen nowadays. The one after Loot is the marking. I used to have a blonde Labrador, and she was the best of dogs. She's the same one I mentioned the other day that was barking at ghosts during the whole haunting experience. Let's get out of this out-ass music, shall we? I still need to drop this seed. Let's just drop this seed, shall we? Finish last year. Zombie skeleton. So, I used to have this blonde Labrador. She was awesome. The one thing she was loud and monotone. She had one range of bark. It was loud, and it was just one note over and over again. I thought I was endeared to it, but I always when we released her outside in the back, when she'd go kick her ball around and she'd just bark at it the entire time, I was like, what do my neighbors think? And now that I had some dogs living next door that sometimes bark in the middle of the night, so I think I might know what they think. Though I try to be patient. I love doogies. Um, anyway, building off that, I built off a neighbor. Only this isn't your typical neighbor. He's a bad guy. So his annoyance with things are dealt with a certain other way, and not in a good way. And we see it from his point of view. And I actually didn't make it all. Oh, that's nice for dropping this right in the middle of the van. I'm just gonna drop the tower, grab what I can, and see what happens. I should probably drop the house. Let's drop the house. Straight down, shall we? Let's go the parade route. I agree, y'all. This is my house, you butt. You get down here, you're gonna have a roller fight. That's right, you better back off from this scaly boy. What? Sorry. So yeah, the last... Two. Huh. One more, I'm done. What the frick? Ooh, Silver Iron Man. I'll be killed by you all day long. Anyway, the last story, and that one's a novella actually, I believe. I think sequel was large enough. Look at that. That looks like friggin'. That looks like War Machine. I want some right. I don't care about any of the other. I have to say silver dress on She-Hulk looks cool. I really don't care about the other skins too much. I just want Silver Iron Man. Ready up? I think I killed one more person in this season. Hopefully I'll run into a bot. Anyway, Sigwa, I don't remember how it got started. I think it was also a dream originally. I had a dream where something supernatural screwed up someone's wedding in a town I've never been to. And that was it. Like, we came in, the place was wrecked, we don't know what happened, we left, people were freaked out, people were missing, and then the dream ended. I woke up from that dream, and I was like, well, I gotta write that down, that's weird. And I built the story around it, and premise is the same. We know what happens towards the end, well, sort of know what happens. We know what the monster is at the end of the story. It follows 4 young adults at a wedding. One of them is one of the bridesmaids. The others are just family members. Did I know that one? I did that one. And they go to the wedding. It's messed up just like a migraine. They come out, find the town abandoned, and it goes on from that. And that's the end of Dead End 1. Jeez, I cannot speak sometimes. Oh god, where am I? This is kind of far away, that's what people dropped it. Let's drop Misty, everybody, come on. Do it. Do it now. After about a year of having absolutely no one pay attention to any of my stories, I decided that I was going to make Dead Ends a thing. So I self-edited, self-published Dead Ends 2, which again had its mixture of shorts and novellas. And I'm thinking we might need to change the name for novella, because novella is also the name of TV soap operas in Spanish style. So I might novella. They're like, you know Spanish? I'm like, what? Really? Very little from what I learned being around San Antonio and Dora the Explorer and the C I got in high school Spanish. Hello. Thank you, bot. You were wonderful. Wunderbar. Craggy cliffs. Driving car. What's that last one? Knocking opponent back with Storm. So, Marvel fight and hope I get Storm, I guess. Or try to get Storm's power. It's sat still. I really not much to do here. Come get me, man. Oh, son of a bot. Killed by a bot. Kinda want to get killed by a bot, but I won't make it easy. Okay. Get as much XP as possible. So in Dead Ends 2, I started off with Mine the 13th Floor, which is another one I just talked about earlier. And basically, corporate guy from the Anthro world that I had to postpone, working for the corporation with the main character from that story, ends up in a hotel in West Creek, and he's hosting a party because he's top tier CEO for the area around there. And of course, Texas ain't always the friendliest to people who are different than some people. In this case, people aren't always so friendly to half humans, which is a whole premise around the Antler novel I had to postpone and or cancel. So I'm not sure I'm going to do that, even though I've technically written 2 novels, worked on a 3rd, and started a spin-off. Anyway, he hosts this party and invites his coworkers. His coworkers are mostly half human. I think all half human. I don't think there's any other humans than the main character at the party. And things start to go wrong. He gets like teleported in weird places. Some of the items or creatures you see in or places might be familiar from Dead Ends 1. Yeah, I might as well waste this one. Keep going just in case it caught by the swarm. Thought I heard footsteps. Maybe I was wrong. Would you like some ice cream? Hey, you don't bounce off that umbrella. That's weird. The story after that one, I guess, is Demon of Sleep Street. I honestly am not 100% sure where this came from, other than my experience as a child, which we won't go into. But it's sort of about this man who isn't quite a man, but is. And it's a really short one of those really short shorts. I don't even remember why I wrote it, or if I was writing it for a competition or what. But he's sort of a vigilante, and he goes around after people who are not kind to their own children, or super violent or unkind to children in total, in whole. And he's like a vigilante against that. Again, I'm not 100% sure why I wrote that. other than it was personal. I did like it. It turned out okay, decent. So I released it in this collection. The one after that is Rabid. Rabid came to me two different ways. I had two dreams that were not really related. One of my dreams, which I absolutely hated at the time, and it's still quite disturbing, had a matrix of some kind in the field behind my actual house get his face eaten off by a bear. I don't know why that dream came to me. That was just there. That was just the dream. I don't know if I was high on medications from allergies at the time, because I think I was pretty old when I had that dream. But yeah. Ooh, since we're just screwing around, let's hop in one of these. Do we think we have gas cans somewhere around here? I'm sure these boys need gas. Chest. I love just hopping in these and running people over. Damn. Let's see who else has gas. We're at 45. So yeah, anyway, the second dream I had was, what happens in the book, so I don't want to give it away, but this is what happens at the very beginning of the short story notebook. So I ended up finding that together along with the third point. I actually had Shark Dream writing a actual novel called Rabid. Darn. Was I teamed up on, or did he have a friend? Okay, wait. What do I have to do? I need to go to lobby. Let's get out of here. And, yeah, I have a novel, so I kind of combined those two together to make this short, which is kind of a prequel to the novel. If you steal it, I'll hunt you down. I have a special set of skills. I'll hunt you down. I'll TP your house. Promise. If you live very far away, I'll pay someone to TP your house. The one after that is Cotton Eye Joe. That's actually one of my favorite writings. In case you don't follow me, and you have no idea, I'm bi. And I'm not like flagrantly or anything. I am middle down the road, if you're wondering, but it doesn't matter. So the past, oh god, I need to, our past civil rights struggles for homosexuals have affected me. Until 2003 here in Texas, physical relationships between gay people were illegal. Like, you could go to jail for it. Up until a 2000 ruling when someone tried to turn someone in for it, where the judge was like, hey, this ain't cool. Let's strike down this law. So anyway, thank you for turning in, whoever is here. I'm just kind of reading off short stories I've written without giving away the premise. Anyway, in Cotton Eye Joe, I focused around the whole, I forgot her name, something Davis era, where she had a government job to hand out licenses to marry people. And at the time it was legal for gays to marry. But she said, no, I don't want it. And there was a whole legal fight. And she got in trouble, but she was heralded by the extremist rights to be a hero of sorts. And that kind of pissed me off. And I think I write pretty well when I'm mad. And that is based on that. It's based on hate being kind in the south of the U.S. a lot. Just bigotry of all kind down here. And it's based off a sort of collective hate that could maybe create something that's worse than the hate itself, or made from the hate. And I don't want to give it way too much, because that is one of my favorite shorts I've ever written, Hot Night Joe and Dead End Sue. So go check it out if you want to. The Crossing was one of those shorts. I wrote it after a series, like we had a pandemic down here in San Antonio a handful of years back, where people kept getting run over crossing streets where they weren't supposed to. So it was like a dozen people hit crossing highways. Why would you cross a highway? You have to be not in your right mind to cross a highway. And there were stories of kids who were, I thought, were too young to be crossing the streets getting hit. Even a crosswalk, but of course the crosswalk wasn't their fault. So that was based off that. I can't see who's on the thing. You know, this doesn't even tell me. Twitch, what is your use? What use are you Twitch? Well, hello whoever's watching me. It doesn't tell me who's watching me. This is a Fortnite in chat, so it's usually a short stream of me just doing missions and chatting. I'm sorry, it's a Fortnite and chill. I try to do this every morning if I don't work in the morning, but it seems this upcoming week I am also going to be working mornings a whole bunch, so they may intermittently have it throughout the day, but there's no guarantee. There's almost always a guarantee if I'm available in the morning. Almost. But they're not scheduled, as you can see. I do have a schedule tonight, 11 o'clock. I'm going to be playing some more Outlast. Done with Misty, so I need to kill people in Texas. Be interesting. Hopefully there's a lot of people dropping there since that's a mission. And I need to play hero mode to do the storm patrol. I think I'll drive car laps. Seems like a pain in my butt. Let's just drop Craggy and see what we can do. After the Crossing was a hat. That's another of my favorites ever. Just like Tall Trees, it's based off the idea of creepypastas, internet horror stories that become famous. And in this one, a creature, which I call the Hat Man, is posted on the internet. A kid who's obsessed with debunking creepypastas tries it and finds out he's bitten off more than he can chew because he doesn't quite debunk the creepypasta, and it becomes a threat. And I don't want to give it away. It's a weird one. I can say that. I think it's weird. The Wind in Their Nose. It's one of these shorts that I add in these that aren't exactly horror. It might technically count as a thriller. At the time that I wrote The Wind in Their Nose, we had an issue where we had brought back the native wolf population in America and then set it to be hunted again. It's a never-ending cycle I don't exactly like. I'm not 100% for hunting to begin with. I agree with it. It serves a mandatory purpose. If you have to hunt to survive, I guess I'm cool with that. But, you know, that's nobody these days. Well, at least until society is destroyed by corruption, then maybe it might be everybody, who knows. But as of right now, you and I can go get all of our food from the grocery store less than an hour away. So hunting these days is mostly just for sport, and I do not sport hunting. It's mainly sort of like fetish. Oh, I may have scared away my other viewer, but who cares? I care. Come back. Anyway, so I wrote sort of a viewpoint from a wolf in that kind of situation, and it was another emotional write for me, I guess. So I think it came out pretty good. The name, The Wind in Their Nose, is actually an ode to John Denver. Not a lot of people remember who John Denver is. He died, a decade ago now, when he accidentally crashed his glider or plane or something into the water. But he was a folk singer who it wasn't country western, it was mostly folk music, if that makes sense. And it was beautiful. You know some of his music, like You Fill Up My Senses song is known as Any Story. It was on a pro-environmental commercial a while back. Country Road from the latest Alien is his. The Almost Happened West Virginia song, also displayed on the unfortunate... Wait, where's the weapon? Last Fallout game, because that took place in West Virginia, or at least a commercial for that one. Probably knows Sunshine on My Shoulders. It's been used a bunch of places. His music is everywhere. And when I was a kid growing up, my mom listened to it, and I fell in love with his music. His music is still amazing. The way the world's gone, I don't know if it's better or worse that he's gone. Maybe he could have helped save it because he was a big environmentalist. He was behind a ton of environmental stuff. And a lot of people were just for like wildlife ones. I heard the zippy steps of a person's feet. Oh man, zippy step up to me. Steps, but okay. Let's go find people. Come on, this is a mission. More people have to drop here. This is gonna be annoying. Anyway, where'd we go? Yeah, there's the lake. I want to say the lake started as a dream and evolved into something way different. In the dream, I, or somebody, I think it was me, entered like an armoire, or opened one, and saw a creature in there. Very Silent Hill-ish creature. Scared the poop out of me. I woke up. I was like, should I write a story about that? Do I need it to be another Silent Hill ode? And then I was like, yes, it needs to be a Silent Hill ode. Those stories are dead, and I miss them. So, it started off sort of a Silent Hill ode and became a thing about a haunted lake, which is also still an ode to Silent Hill. If you're a Silent Hill gamer, you know it's based around Toluca Lake, and there's still haunted things that happen in the lake. The lake's never really featured as a place of horror in the series, which I always thought kind of disappointing. Its like biggest feature is in Silent Hill 2, where it's just a place you roll across. How is nobody here? And yeah. And you get a story in the same game about a ferry going around and everything. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That was an accident. So yeah, it goes from there, and is basic. Whoa, how did I survive that? You can't. It's sort of a basic misty monster story. I think we'll save the rest of our next Fortnite chill. I don't see how the heck I ended up with nobody at Craigslist. Not even any bots came to this area. Oh well, let's go see if is the airplane down here? Yes it is. Since no one's here, I'm going to assume the airplane is safe. Let's go see if we get our powers. I may be calling Fortnite and chill after this match. It is about 10 o'clock. I've been on for over an hour. I do got things I need to do. If you're watching this on YouTube, I do have a do have a schedule at 11 tonight to play Outlast. Last night's attempt at Among Us fell through because no one would join. I did say at midnight I would be available if you can get another one going. If not, I might extend the Outlast until you can. Oh, wait. No. If you kill the one, I'll be fine. We could have tried that. I think that, you know, in Battle Labs mode, they have a new thing called... It's like a bot you can release that is an NPC, but it seems smarter than most NPCs. And I think they could make these guys that smart, especially with the tall range. Pick up weapons and whatnot. Unfortunately, they still have the same sound. I'm just realizing that. Hard to get through the shame here. I don't know, which one's stronger. 37, 36. So yeah, show up for my next Fortnite and chill, or watch the next video when I release it on Facebook. I'll continue about my stories, or we can talk about whatever you want to talk. If you're on live. I have a red X for internet connection. Do I have no internet connection? I have no internet connection. I'm not broadcasting, am I? I wonder where it stopped. Thank you, internet. It says I'm still on air. Well, no. Yeah, I'm still on. That's weird. Oh, I don't have no internet connection on my phone. I've been doing this without a connection to the Wi-Fi. Fun. And I guess the red X up here was just Fortnite's wonderful servers. No offense, Fortnite. I know you try, and you do a lot of fun stuff. Very respectful of how much you do. Very impressed. I hear a helicopter. Let's shoot it out of the sky. Oh, he didn't come down. Somebody please come to Drag Clips before the storm takes it over. That way. That did not sound good. Hear it over here. Could it be? God, there's two. I don't know, that was awesome, but I was gonna try it. Well, I'm in an awkward situation. Do I have enough to build up? The answer is yes. I did. Where'd you at, sniper butt? I don't know. Last mission has become a tryhard. Oh wait, no. Not those. I don't think I'll be doing much more Fortnite tonight because I do have to go to work, and when I get back I'll be doing the Outlast stream, and then I'll either continue the Outlast stream or I'll do one Among Us at 12. Or I may end at midnight and just hang out with my son, which also sounds awesome. I built that. Darn. Okay. That was interesting. That was an interesting chat and chill, I guess. That's what happens when I'm chilling by myself. I'll just chat about whatever. Do you ever show up for one of these, fellow YouTubers? Ask me questions. I'll talk about whatever. I'm going to go ahead and call the podcast. Let's get back to the lobby. But I'm probably going to call it right now. It's been about an hour, which is about my usual length of these. I go get myself some breakfast. Oh, here's some news. If you're a Doctor Who fan like me and my son, there is a new series coming out called Daleks. I'm not 100% sure if it's a cartoon or live action, but it sounds like it's going to be cartoon or CG or something. I like this song. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Fortnite chill. I hope to see you all back later, either in YouTube land or over here in Twitch. And until 11 o'clock tonight, y'all have a good day. I'm hitting wrong buttons again. I always accidentally take pictures.